Many people think that having a baby is expensive, but it doesn't have to be. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing some tips for you on how you can save money when you have a baby. Hey there, I'm glad you stopped by this video. My name is Mallory, a mom to 2 under 2, a 1-year-old and 1 in utero, and a registered nurse passionate about holistic health. If you enjoy baby product reviews, pregnancy tips, and how to have a healthy pregnancy and healthy baby, then this is the channel for you. So make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. It only takes 1 second, and join my online family. All right, the number one way that we saved money when we had Max was through our health insurance. So my husband is in the Army, so we are on the military insurance TRICARE. So if you are on TRICARE Prime, that means you don't pay any money out of pocket, not a penny. If you're on Select, which is what I am on, you basically get to pick your own doctor, so kind of like a PPO, private insurance. And you don't have to pay anything out of pocket for prenatal care. And for a hospital stay, you only have to pay about $20 a day for your hospital stay. And that's regardless, whether you have a totally unmedicated birth or whether you have a C-section, have complications, whatever, that is what you pay. Now, I know that tip, if you're not in the military, that won't apply to you. But if you are in the military, be aware that you will save tons of money if you are in the military. All right, my second tip, and the rest of these are kind of in no particular order. That was just the number one. But the second way we saved money when having a baby is that we hardly bought any baby gear until after we had our baby showers. So we had 2 showers, one hosted by my family and then one hosted by Mark's family. And this was also kind of like a logistical thing for us because we were living in Germany and we didn't want to buy like a bunch of baby gear and then have it stuck in with all of our household goods moving back to the States. And it's a good thing we didn't do that because our stuff didn't get here until after Max was born. So I'm very glad that we waited, but also I think it is helpful to wait until you have your showers to see, okay, what are people giving me? What gift cards or cash or checks am I gonna receive from friends and family? And then you can go spend that money and then also look at what you already have so that you're not buying duplicates. You don't have to bother with like returning stuff, and you can just be a lot more strategic, I think, if you just wait. The only thing that I bought, really like the biggest thing that I bought before our showers, was the diaper bag, and that's because it was on sale. It was like $30-something and I snagged it up on this sale. All right, the third tip is that we got the crib and the changing table for free. Yes. Actually, originally, I was not even planning on buying a changing table, but because we got it for free, I was like, well, why not? And we've used it a ton. We've really gotten use out of it. But when we were living in Germany, a neighbor was moving back to the States. They were not using their crib and changing table anymore, and they just wanted to get rid of them. And I happened to see it on our neighborhood Facebook group and snatched it up. So I did get that gear before our showers, but it was totally free. So keep an eye on, Facebook Marketplace or like a neighborhood group if you're in one, and keep an eye out for that free or really cheap stuff that people just want to get off their hands, especially people that are moving. Just keep your eye out and you probably will be able to snag some awesome deals. And another tip is to make sure that where you're registered to use that 15% registry coupon. There's usually like a certain window of time that you can use that coupon for. And what we did after the baby shower, and I saw what we had and made a list of what we needed, I used that 15% off coupon and got stuff like a diaper pail, wipes, diapers, stuff like that, like necessities, and also a few like pieces for his coming home outfit from the hospital. And again, filled in the gaps and really tried to not be, frivolous and buy stuff we didn't really need. Another thing that we saved money on was the bassinet. Now, a bassinet is not totally necessary. Some families want one and some families don't, but I really wanted one. I thought it would work really well for us. So that also was paid for mostly with gift cards. And I also bought it on a Black Friday sale. So I believe I paid around $22 out of pocket for the bassinet. So that was also a really great deal. Another tip is to use this website called albiebaby.com, and I'll have it on the screen and linked below. I am not affiliated with them. I don't earn commission from talking about them, though it'd be awesome. I somehow found them, probably through web searching, and they're basically a baby product retailer. And the great thing that I love about Albie Baby is you get points for every purchase, and you also get points if you write reviews of the products that you've bought and if you refer friends. So we bought the Nunamex stroller from albiebaby.com, earned a ton of points, and then you can use those points on future purchases. So I have made sure to buy like our big ticket items from Albie Baby. So the stroller, and then we used the points from buying the stroller to offset the cost of the Owlet Smart Sock, which I do have a review video on that as well. Got a ton of use out of that, totally recommend it. And then we used the points from the Owlet Smart Sock to buy the Stoke Trip Trap high chair. Another buying strategy is that we did not buy the big ticket items all at once. So like we bought the stroller, of course we wanted the stroller before he was born. So we bought that, maybe I was like 35 weeks pregnant or something. It came before, I gave birth. We waited till after birth, and actually after we had moved into the house we're in right now, to buy the glider chair for the nursery and the dresser for the nursery. Those we didn't get any like deals on, but then we actually didn't have a baby monitor right away. I just dealt with it for a few weeks, but we got the baby monitor when Max was about 3 weeks old, and then we got the Owlet Smart Sock when he was about 2 months old. I do wish I would have had it earlier, but I didn't realize that I really needed it until then. And then we didn't get the high chair until he was like eating solids, so that was like 5 to 6 months old. So don't feel like you have to get all this stuff, especially the stuff that you won't use for like months. It's like a high chair. Don't feel like you have to get all that stuff at once, because that's a lot of money and you can just stretch it out over time. So don't feel rushed with buying stuff. And also try to wait for sales that pop up throughout the year as well. I forget which number tip this is, but another tip is that we don't buy Max a lot of toys. So especially at the beginning, they don't really hardly need anything at all. And any toys that we did have were gifts. I have bought a few select Montessori type toys. So like nice quality wooden toys, wouldn't rattle, just things like that. And which are a little more pricey than your, plastic toys, but I would rather spend a little more money on a few select things that are developmentally appropriate and that will last through all of our children than have a lot of like those annoying light up plastic toys, So your kid doesn't need a ton of toys. Half of the time Max is just playing with water bottles from the cabinet anyway, and to like taking supplement bottles out of the pantry. And so half of the time he doesn't even play with actual toys. So don't spend a ton of money on that stuff. Also, when you're looking at things, try to delay gratification. So if you're eyeing something that you really want, think about it and see, like, do we really need this? An example of this is a play gym. So I was looking at this really nice one, really well made, and would have lasted a long time, but ultimately I couldn't justify the price. And it turns out that Max became really mobile, and like he's always been moving from like the time he can roll over. And I don't know if we really would have used it that much, because he just wanted to move and he didn't want to like lay there and like play with stuff after like just a few months. So that was probably better that I delayed that purchase and ultimately never bought it. Another thing that I kind of delayed but then did end up getting was a ring sling, like one of those linen ring slings. And I love it. It's my favorite carrier that we have. And Max, that seems to be his favorite as well. And I really love it. And so I'll be also using it for the second baby. And so that's an example where, you know, it wasn't super expensive. It was like under $50, but still like a little more. And thankfully it is something that I've used a lot. So those are 2 examples where delaying gratification prevented me from buying something, and then eventually the other thing I bought, and I'm really glad I did. So just use your judgment on that and don't buy things just right away. Another way we've saved a ton of money is that we have not bought a lot of baby products that some people may consider necessities. So for example, we do not have a bouncer and we do not have a swing. We do not have any of those sit me up type of things, exercisers, any of those jumpy things that you put in a doorway. We don't have any of those things. We don't have a play gym, like I said. We did not have a pack and play until he was almost 1 year old and we were traveling, and we just got like a really cheap one. It was like under $60. So really reevaluate what you think that you need and then pare down a little bit and you'll save a lot of money. We also used a lot of hand-me-down clothes. My mom saved a lot of clothes from my childhood, or Max is a boy, so he's not wearing my clothes, but my brother's. And like now I would say like 2/3 of his closet is hand-me-down clothes. And then the other clothes have all been gifts, like from the baby shower all the way until now. He's received clothing as gifts, like for Christmas, birthday, and I've barely had to buy any clothes for him. So like some socks, some pants, some onesies, that's mostly, like everything else, mostly everything else has been gifts or hand-me-downs. So those are my tips on how to save money when you have a baby. You know, I know that there's a lot of things out there that are cute and fun and might seem like you need them, but you might not. So really think about what your actual needs are and what your budget is. So if you guys have any tips in addition to these on how to save money with a baby, then make sure to leave them in the comments below. I want to see other people's tips. There's probably stuff that I haven't thought of and that I would love to implement with this baby. So leave your tips down below. Again, make sure to subscribe and like this video, and also share this video with any pregnant moms that you know who want to save money with their baby. And I'm pretty sure that's every mom. So again, make sure to share this so that they can have these tips, especially if they're a first-time mom. So until next time, take care, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.